So now we have the last of Silver Kennedy's 20 coin half-dollar roll. The last one's made for circulation. So talk about why that's a big deal.
Well, ultimately, here's what happened. So they made the last silver coins ever made for circulation that had, or last coins made for circulation that had silver in them were the Kennedy half dollars, okay? And that's what these are. These are the silver Kennedy half dollars, the last of the silver Kennedys. Wow. And let me grab these real quick.
Can I touch them?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Okay, okay.
So I need to listen to this. So that,
oh, I love the sound
for those
of
us that are my age, you remember that your change used to sound like that. That is the sound of silver. It has that bell-like ring to it. So here's the deal. So I bought these coins for the silver, and that was before silver went up. But the coins that I got were brilliant uncirculated. So here's what it comes down to, and this is the big deal here.
Okay.
Is if you look at the edges of these coins, you don't see that telltale copper line that you see today, because these are silver. You know what I'm saying? There's silver in these coins.
This is so impressive.
And
just
here's
the
deal. These are brilliant uncirculated, every single solitary one of them, okay? These are brilliant uncirculated, yet you're paying silver. Like in the nationally advertised catalog, this coin right here, this silver coin, is this one right here is $31.50. You're paying $6. Oh, wow, okay. The lowest price of these silver Kennedys, because they're numismatic, brilliant uncirculated, is $19.50 a piece. You pay $6. So what you're doing is I bought these at silver. You're going to buy them in silver. And look at a price break. The last time I sold them, before I had this batch of rolls, and look at how brilliant. I mean, those are stunning. They're like they were made yesterday. They're 50 years old, folks. These are 50-year-old coins.
And they make the best noise.
And they make the best noise. They are brilliant uncirculated. You're paying $6 a piece for brilliant uncirculated silver Kennedy half dollars. It is truly, absolutely, utterly amazing. But my quantities are fantastically limited. So first of all, the last time I was able to put these together to be able to sell brilliant uncirculated Kennedys at silver prices, silver was up a little bit. It was $169.95 for this roll. So because silver went down, I was able to discount this over $2 a coin. As a matter of fact, $50 is $2.50 a coin. So we were $8.50 a coin. It was a customer pick. At $8.50 a coin, we sold thousands. I got enough of these. I bought about 35,000 coins.
I can't stop. I'm sorry.
You just can't.
I can't stop
because they're intrinsic. You're drawn to the silver that is in these coins.
Right.
There's no doubt about it. So we've done free shipping. I don't know that I've ever done free shipping and handling on these coins. I don't think. You know, we just don't do free shipping and handling on coins. And everything today, free shipping and handling. We got the 3 flex pays. We got the $6 a piece. But every single solitary one of them, stunning, incredible, brilliant, uncirculated coins that you're going to have right here, and I want to show you once again.
It's like raining money in here, y'all.
Well, you get brilliant. You get the numismatic value. That's like I said. That's a $31.50 coin. You pay $6. You get 20 coins. Every single one of these is original, fantastic, brilliant, uncirculated. Minimum numismatic coin value on this 20 coin roll is $400. Okay.
So this
minimum
is incredible
numismatic value, coin by coin, is $400. We're not 300 or 200, 119 at $169.95. A spectacular opportunity. No wonder in the last 4 days I've sold over 20,000 of these coins. I've sold over 20,000 of these coins, literally hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pounds of brilliant uncirculated. It's not just because normally when you just get silver Kennedys and you're buying the silver part of this,
This is so cool.
They're kind of dirty and grimy and beat up and all that. What was the key to this buy, the key to this deal, is the fact that they're original, brilliant, uncirculated coins. So that numismatic value, and that's the difference. That's why, you know, they run from, you know, $19.50 to $31.50 a coin because of the numismatic value of these coins. The fact that every single one of them are original, brilliant, uncirculated, yet you are paying, in essence, silver price. So as if they were dirty, banged up, beat up, you know, a regular silver Kennedy half dollars, the price would be $6.
These are so
I'm not charging any more than I would good. This is my price if they were just dirty, grimy, you know, right off the street. Kennedy, silver Kennedy $half. So you get that beautiful, and remember what we've often said, what I always say, the single most important determining factor of value in coins is what? Condition. The higher the grade, the more it's worth, and every single one of these is brilliant uncirculated. Every single one of these has silver content. Every single solitary one of these is 50 years old. So you have half-century old, brilliant uncirculated, silver Kennedy $half. Look, if you were at a garage sale.
And silver just sounds different, right?
Well, yeah, sure. That's why they make bells out of it. I mean, you know, there was a day where you used to listen to that in your pocket. You know, I'd jingle my change in my pocket. You could tell if there's a silver coin. You could just pull it right out. Of course, those days are long gone. But listen to that. Oh, look at those shots right there. Those are spectacular. When you have the seal of the President of the United States that they put on the reverse of that coin, and every single one of these, stunning, brilliant, uncirculated. Folks, my quantities are limited. I don't know what we have left of these. I think I have a primetime airing scheduled for this evening. I think, okay, I have enough of them for the prime time tonight. But after prime time tonight, I'm not 100% sure what's available on this. So I would get this right here, right now. It's been one of our best sellers. I brought this out 4 days ago. Like I said, over 20,000 coins sold. I brought this out. We sold about 20,000 coins on the air. We only have about a minute and a half. So a lot of people getting in on this. So once again, let me reiterate what this is. These are the last coins made by the United States government that actually had silver in them, intended for circulation, were the Kennedy $half, okay? Now, these were never circulated. Now, normally, coins that I would sell you for silver price for $6 would be, you know what they'd look like? They look like old 50-year-old coins. I mean, they'd be beat up and they'd be dirty and grimy, but these coins aren't that. See, what I was able to do, and that was the deal when I got these, I didn't quite realize that every single one of these was original, brilliant, uncirculated, so you get that brilliant, uncirculated feel, that numismatic value, that, like I said, coin by coin is a minimum of $400 for this roll of 20 coins. You're going to get them in the nice roll as well. So this is how they're going to come to you. So you're going to get all 20 coins. Let me see those real quick. And so they're going to come in the roll just like this. And that's how you're going to get them.
Very nice.
Now, if you want to, these you can take out if you wanted to. But if you do that, please hold them by the edge. I wanted to see, I think it was this coin, like this coin, okay? Already, I started handling this 4 days ago. And I touched, you know, we touch these because they're on, and look what's already happening. You can already see, you know, some of the spotting that comes on these coins. There's another one right there. You can kind of see the spotting on the back. Just make sure and hold yours by the edge so you don't get that.
And you just wipe them off with a soft cloth?
No, don't even really do that. Just kind of do that. At worst case, just use your finger just a little bit. You don't want to rub or polish your coins ever. It destroys the value. It destroys the value of the coins. So fantastic opportunity.